Two receivers, Cooley top of the screen against Kenneth Lyons. Red Feather to throw. Red Feather going to the end zone. It is a touchdown. Cooley, the Bulldogs have the lead.
Two to the left, one to the right. In the backfield is Streeter with one more. Hand off Streeter, gonna try to find a hole. He does. He's gonna try to break another tackle. He does. Out to the 20. He's gonna go for the pylon, and he's gonna get in to the house. Reggie Streeter with his fourth touchdown scamper of the day gives Louisiana their first lead of the day.
You might want to look at Reggie Streeter with his fourth touchdown, but watch the block here. It looked like number 59 for the Vancouver Legion here was going to have the angle on him.
On the previous play, you know, they represent the city of broad shoulders.
The player with railroads.
And the throw by Donnell is complete to Jamal Wooding, and he scores the touchdown on the very next play. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Wow, Atlanta derails the Chicago defense on that play. He gets behind him.
Everybody let him go, and Maurice Spurgeon was the only one back.
Two backs and three receivers as Marconi drops to throw. And no pressure on Marconi at all. The pass is picked off, and the defender, or the receiver, fell over. That's Koyama Shigeki, and he scores. Touchdown Legends on a pick six from Marconi. And the receiver fell over as he breaks for the football. Actually, Cooley thought he had a catch and was just trying to get his feet in bounds. And the Legends,
second down and 6. Pine is down 4. Cantrell empty backfield, and Cantrell up his back foot. Touchdown! What a throw from Cody Cantrell to DR Sim. That was masterful.
I thought that for sure was going to be knocked away or picked off. Anytime you see any SFL quarterback scrambling out of the pocket, it's usually not a good sign, but DR Sim gets so wide open here that he has such a huge target there for
Step drop from Pickler over the middle. Another interception. Good
pass.
And a big game last week, and he's off to the races. No one can catch him. Baltimore are cruising here in the first half. Touchdown Vultures.
And we just talked about it. Johnny could not afford the mistakes. That's his second interception thrown here in his first half. Alvin Mack, I've said it time and time again, every time I call their games, he gets sidelined to sideline as well as any linebacker in this league. He takes advantage of a bad situation and turns it to 6.
They'll start off with no Jared McChesney, and Josh Miller will throw. Looking top of the screen, it's picked off right into the hands of Iverson Gamble. A great start for Arizona. Gamble chasing down to the sideline, and Jeremy Mosley prevents a touchdown. What a play for Iverson Gamble, the 7th-year corner, and what a start for the Scorpions.
Second down and 10, 3 receivers. Now they go to Parker on a stretch. Haven't seen that much of the night. Breaks the tackle, and then another, and he's down at the 1. He looked into me, honestly. Let's see the replay again. Parker breaks 2 tackles. Orlando's just throwing a little bit of everything at him tonight, and he's off.
3 receiver set. William Dula in the gun. William Dula to throw, firing deep over the middle. Has a man, Jalen Miller, past the defenders, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Jeff Duffy in the chat just now saying Carolina is never out of it. Don't count them out yet. Well, there you go.
Bombs away, boys. Here it comes. Down the seam, just running to go, and no one's going to catch Jalen Miller. He's the biggest receiving threat.
And Legacy both off to the right side. And Garcia will pass. Garcia's in trouble, avoids a sack, fires deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a catch in traffic. It's a touchdown. Daniel Garcia makes an incredible play, launches it down the field to Clint Myers. And Clint Myers a little upset that Studwell's getting all the love. Over the outstretched arms of A.J. Levy, and Myers gets the
Live from Charleston, South Carolina, it is SFL on Saturday night as the Predators are going to be hosting the Mexico City Aztecs, and we are live here at Fulton Moultrie Memorial Stadium, right near the ocean. And good evening, everybody. This is Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator for tonight, and in the booth with me is the San Diego Mavericks head coach, Charles Doherty. Charles, good evening. How are you, my man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to be in the virtual broadcast booth with you and your beard. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, like seeing the pyramids, the Great Wall, or the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, the beard is very trimmed up, looking good, ready for tonight's game. Let's talk a little bit about this game, right? Obviously, Mexico City coming in. The passing offense hasn't really looked that great, but the run game is unbelievable, Charles. What is a big key tonight for Mexico City to take this victory?
I'm looking for one of these teams to step up and take control here. We're at the point of the season where we start talking playoffs. I know it's early, but both of these teams are at the wrong end of their standings in the division. And Mexico City, they haven't made a ton of mistakes, but their offense is not like the offense of old, and we know why. But we're looking for we're looking for their offense on the passing side to put some more points on the board. And on the Charleston side, I mean, they've got a new scheme with 2 running backs. We're waiting for them to kind of figure out what to do with that mix. And it's a growing process on Charleston, and on the Mexico City side, they're just trying to compensate for some personnel losses.
Well, and the coin toss is set. Mexico City looks to receive the ball. And let's take it down to the field, Charles, where in this matchup, Charleston is actually 2-1 against Mexico City, with all 3 games where the home team has been victorious. So the last time these two teams played was in the season 18 playoffs, where Charleston was the victor 44-34. And Charleston's going to kick it away. We are ready to go here in Charleston, South Carolina, as Jeffrey Daggs, the Hall of Famer, is going to take it past the 25 and down to the 26, where we are going to see Jordan Sipe in his first season here in Mexico City.
Jordan Sipe hasn't been doing a bad job, behind the center, but he's kind of been even keel. He's about 4 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. They need to keep him clean today, limit the interceptions, and just maybe get a conservative passing game going so he can get some confidence.
First and 10 here from the 26, split back formation. Sipe drops and finds his target. That is the fullback Buford Van Dam, the 30th overall selection in the second round.
I always love it when they get the fullback involved. And I think tonight we're going to see, or at least what we've seen to date, on the offense for Mexico City, is Phoenix Jones is going to take the majority of the carries, where Ray Bentley is going to be taking a lot of the passes out of the backfield.
2 wide receivers set at the top of your screen. Sipe drops back and fires to the outside, and as you right there on cue, Charles, Ray Bentley on the reception.
He's dangerous. I mean, I think both of these running backs, Jones is a little bit more on the power side, where Bentley is more finesse, but, you hand them the ball or pass it to them, they're both dangerous out of the backfield.
4 wide receivers set here. No back in the backfield. 3rd and 8. Sipe, short drop, fires over the middle, finds his target. That is going to be a first down and a little bit more, as that is number 82. That is Santiago Lopez on the reception.
Yeah, Santiago Lopez doesn't get a lot of touches there, and you got to take your hat off to Mr. Lopez there, because he caught it on a short reception a couple yards from the line of scrimmage, and he just fought his way to the first down.
2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Charleston look like they're trying to break some pressure. Sipe drops back, pocket's good. He finds his receiver on the outside. That's Bentley again, and that's going to be a loss of a few yards.
Kevin Brackett had that read. They know that Mexico City is going to try that swing pass to Bentley, and it looks like they got a couple plays in there to stop it. But also I'm seeing a lot of creativity from a stunt standpoint on the line for Charleston tonight.
And Ray Bentley now on the outside at the top of your screen there. Sipe's going to throw it over the top. That is caught, and look at the route ran by Bill Henry as he's been able to get a first down.
That was a pretty pass to Bill Henry, the tight end. Oh my God! I mean, that you don't see many quarterbacks in this league with the touch that Jordan Sipe showed on that play right there.
And let's go quickly through this offense. Sipe is at quarterback. Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley at running back. Buford Van Dam at fullback. Jason Bartley, Nick Lockett, and Terrell Cooper are the wide receivers. And Bill Henry, who just caught that pass, is the tight end. Sipe over the middle, finding Henry again. And that's going to be a gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2.
So far, we're seeing a lot of the players on the offense that don't necessarily get a lot of the highlights for Mexico City getting touches here, and that's great. You got to keep the defense of Charleston on their toes, and so far, Charleston scratching their head trying to figure out how to stop them.
Heavy set I formation here for the Aztecs. Phoenix Jones in the backfield. He's going to get the first carry there, and Jones gets the first down, and he's going to take it up to the 25.
Yeah, Phoenix Jones is a great runner. I mean, everybody knows that, but the offensive line of Mexico City set him up perfectly with the blocking up front. I mean, he had a perfect hole to go through. I mean, he just powered through there, but I mean, I think most power running backs in that league would have got a pretty good run out of there, but you got to take your hat off to the offensive line of Mexico City.
A 7-year veteran, a 2-time All-Star in Phoenix Jones. Sipe, short drop, the pocket looks like it's going to collapse, and it does, and that's going to be a sack. That is John Lalille with the first sack of the night.
Yeah, smart for Mexico City to go back on that short drop, but John Lally would just, it looks like he ran a lot of distance to get to the cornerback, but it shows how much speed he has and was able to get past the blocking scheme and get right in the face of Jordan Sipe and bring him down.
Going through the Predators defense, Thomas Matthews and John Lally are the defensive ends. Mar Rivers and Robert Cherry, the defensive tackles. Jack Brown, Gino McFly, and Kevin Brackett are the linebackers. And we'll get to that in a minute. Sipe over the middle, one-handed grab by the receiver. And that is Santiago Lopez again with the catch.
Yeah, I think they're at a point right now where they're going to have to throw it a little bit deeper. Haven't seen many passes to routes deeper than, 8+ yards. So I think the defense of Charleston is going to put a lot of coverage in that medium zone area on this play.
3rd and 9 here from the 24. 4 wide receiver set. Sipe in the gun position. Looking to the outside. Finds his target. That's a first down. Nick Lockett on the reception.
A nice route run there by Mexico City. Nick Lockett found the gap in the zone right there on the edge of the sideline. Jordan Sipe, perfect timing, was able to zip it into the arms of Lockett, and now we're dealing with a first down.
And going through the rest of this defense, Mark Martin, Tyson Thorne, Sam Blotner are the corners, Jacob Clear and Matt Ryan are the free safeties, and John Stamengo is a strong safety. That's a handoff to Jones. He just barrels through. Man, what a run there by Phoenix Jones.
Good run, good hit, but Phoenix Jones is dangerous, and I don't have a problem with handing off the ball to him, 30 times a game, because he is dangerous with the ball. And he only gets better with more times he touches it.
Rest in peace, Sam Blotner, number 46. Man, send that man's family some flowers. Wow. I can't even describe what
bouquet. Remember the tickler bouquet?
Yeah.
Dating myself.
Yeah, that may be a little old school. Sipe to the outside, finds Ray Bentley, gets a first down and more.
Go.
That's a touchdown. Mexico City on the board.
Yeah, I mean, nice. Mexico City's been showing some conservative play calling here on offense, but they did what they needed to do. They drive down the field, a mixture of passes to the running backs, the tight ends. I don't think they've thrown much to the wide receivers, and good runs up the middle by Phoenix Jones, and it's overall a very well executed first series for Mexico City.
Yeah, usually when you're watching Mexico City's offense, in the past, a lot of times you were talking about throwing to the tight end and throwing to the running backs, and that's exactly what they did on this drive. And as you can see, Charles, it was successful.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, what Ramos is going to pull out of his cap when you play against him. And today he's shown a very good balance of running short passes and throwing the ball around to pretty much everybody on the squad.
Chaz Blackwater, the 32nd overall pick with the kick, and it is good. So Mexico City, with the first possession, strikes first. And that's the way to set the tone here on the road.
Yeah, here we see Quintez Johnson. I mean, he's he's pretty much even keel, the same as we talked about with Sipe. I'm waiting for one of them to, kind of take a step forward. So let's see how they design their offense on Charleston.
And that is going to be taken past the 30, up to the 31. That was a good return there by Honus Adobe, formerly of Atlanta.
Yeah, Charleston has the two-back offense similar to Mexico City. I think they're, unlike Mexico City, I think they're still kind of in the learning curve here, trying to figure out the best use of Storm and Hoagland. I mean, they've got two studs in the backfield, and I think they're going to get there, but they're in a process right now.
Bunch set on the bottom of your screen here with Kentez Johnson, the 8-year veteran in the league. He throws it to the outside, finds his man, but that was tipped up and almost intercepted. And I got to tell you, I mean, Steve Abano's hands were just not there.
Yeah, I mean, that is so dangerous when you got three defenders around you. You either bring it in or you make it hit the deck. Bouncing it up in the air like that, it rarely turns out well for the offense.
Yeah, normally that is just interception all over the place. So Charleston catching a break, as you're going to see strong eye formation here for the Predators. That's deep drop, fires, and finds his receiver. That is Nick Hoagland, the former San Diego Maverick in his first season.
Also, his first season as a running back. I believe he was a fullback last season at San Diego, and he was pretty dangerous there. And he's learning the ropes as a running back in Charleston. But I expect great things from him.
Yeah, Charleston with two running backs that were not running backs last season. Sarah Storm, a converted wide receiver that was on this Charleston team last season. Kentez drops back, looking for that corner route, finds it, and what a throw, what a catch. That's going to be taken past the 40, down to the 29-yard line. Big reception, big play there.
Both of these quarterbacks have shown great touch on their passes tonight. Kentez Johnson was not going to be outdone on that throw to Davius Reed. He was wide open, but perfect touch to get him in stride and get the maximum gain after catch.
Davius Reed, the senior citizen, as you will call this, on the Charleston's wide receiver core. 11 seasons in there for Davius Reed.
Ray Bentley is 12 and he is 11.
First and 10 here from the 29. Weak power eye formation here for the Predators. That is going to be a handoff. That's going to be up the middle. Saren Storm on his first carry, and that's going to be a gain of 5.
Nice way to get some confidence in Saren Storm. Nice 5-yard run for your first carry is not a bad way to get things started.
Not a bad way indeed. Let's go through this Charleston offense. Kentez Johnson at quarterback. Saren Storm and Nick Hoagland are your running backs. Terrell Sutherland is your fullback. Honus Adobe, Davius Reed, Jay Hayden are your wide receivers. Brian Murphy is your tight end. And Satan Nebuchadnezzar is the center, and that's going to be another handoff to Storm, and he tries to do his best impression of Phoenix Jones and fails as he gets pretty close to the first down.
Ben Charbs lit him up. I mean, Saren Storm is feeling out. I mean, he played it off well. He got up and got back to the huddle, but really strong hit by Ben Charbs, a strong safety for Mexico City.
Sometimes you just got to show you're the man, right?
Wow, yeah. I want you to say Nebuchadnezzar more often, though.
Nebuchadnezzar? That's actually Nebuchadnezzar. You're absolutely right. That is a screen to the outside. Storm tries to spin his way out, but could not do that, and that's going to bring up 4th down here from the 23.
The secondary of Mexico City they've always been dangerous, but the other thing you say when you're scouting Mexico City defense is that secondary knows how to tackle. I mean, they're one of the teams there that they can stop those swing passes to those halfbacks with one-on-one tackles, and Gerard Brody there showed his ability to do one-on-one tackle.
Yep, Gerard Brody was a all-star this past season. And that's a good snap, good hold. The kick is up and good for Brad Brechet, the 6-year veteran, as Charleston gets their first points on the board tonight. Makes the score 7-3.
Hey, they didn't get in the end zone, Chad, but they put points on the board. So, they're walking away with some success, something to build on, and now put some pressure on the defense of Charleston to maybe cause a turnover and put the ball back in their hands.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies being executed in real time by our simulations. Real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL we put the fan in fantasy as Jeffrey Daggs gets that out to the 22, and Mexico City will be looking to extend the lead on this drive.
Perfect opening series for them. Let's see if they keep that same type of tempo and same type of mix of plays like they did on their first possession.
Bunch set here for the Aztecs. Sipe looks to the outside, finds his receiver. That is going to be caught. About a gain of 8, and they're going to go no huddle here, Charles.
I like that. I like it. Keep the defense of Charleston on their toes.
Terrell Cooper on the reception. There's a play action pass. Sipes got all day to throw. Almost throws an interception. The defender was able to jump the route.
That was a play action to an invisible running back. He did it to, I think it was the strong side where the running back ran a weak side. I don't know if I've seen that too often.
There's another play action. And look at that! Moore Rivers just dove out of nowhere to get the sack and to cause a 4th down.
He is the team leader with 5 sacks now, and he is a beast. They have to do something to contain him. I mean, if it means putting Van Dam on him one-on-one and blocking, they got to do something because he's going to wreak havoc in that backfield.
I mean, just showing the athleticism there, Charles, with the dive to be able to get that sack was very impressive.
We talked about what the defense needed to do. I mean, they didn't get a turnover, but they stopped them in their tracks, and now Charleston's got a little momentum on their side.
Good opportunity here to maybe close out the quarter, maybe by taking the lead. And that is going to be returned to the 42 as Kentez Johnson is going to lead the offense back out to see if they can get a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, they've much like Mexico City, they did a pretty decent mix of plays there. And Kentez Johnson showed some touch, which was eye-opening. And let's see if they're keeping that same mix. Hopefully they don't try and go too strong on the pass.
Bunch set out of the gun here for the Predators. Kentez drops back, hits the check down, which is Saren Storm. And that is going to be just a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it's just a 4-yard gain on first down, but it's a positive play nonetheless. And that helps build some momentum and some confidence overall on the offense.
There's a shot at Davius Reed, who had that monster catch earlier on the drive for Charleston on their first drive. 2nd and 6 here from the 47. Minute 45 to go in the first quarter. That is going to be a handoff that is going to be up the middle and looking to be close to a first down. Storm with a good run.
It looks like he's a little bit short. Nice blocking up front against, 2 stalwart tackles in Patterson and Tritz. And, it's hard to run against those guys. And, when you get a positive gain and, you're high-fiving it in the huddle.
31 here from the 48. Heavy set formation. That is going to be a run up the middle. That's a first down and a little bit more, Charles. He gets past the 40 down to the 37.
Very impressive. Saren Storm is he's very balanced back there, and he has very good vision. He knows what hole to go through, and the offensive line of Charleston set him up perfectly for success.
Yep, great run there by Storm. Like we said, former wide receiver this past season, really showing that he can be a feature back in this league. 1st and 10 from the 37. Weak eye formation for the Predators. Johnson with a deep drop and hits the check down. That's going to be Hoagland. He's going to try to juke right to the outside, but does not get that as he gets about 2 yards.
I mean, it's only 2 yards, but Ziggy Blaylock was starting to gain the upper hand there, and the pocket was starting to dissolve, and Johnson just dumped it off and got a couple yards as opposed to getting a sack.
Gun split formation here for the Predators. Looking like Kentez may have seen something in defense and changes some routes up. Finds the quick slant route, and that's a first down. Great call there by the Predators quarterback.
A great call. Johnson is just throwing it right where he needs to. I mean, his accuracy tonight is incredible.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter as the Mexico City Aztecs are up 7-3 here in Charleston, South Carolina. We'll be back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in Charleston, South Carolina. Chad Rowland, Charles Dockery in the booth tonight. Aaron Gooden and Ike McBride in the stats truck. Thank you guys once again. And Cameron Irvine on the production for tonight's ball game. 1st and 10 here from the 26. Split once again to the outside. He finds Nick Hoagland. Tries to get that juke move. Doesn't happen again. And that's going to be 2nd and 8. We are going to go to the SFL Studios game break. Cameron Irvine, take it away.
Alamo City looking for their first win over the DC Dragons in franchise history. Both offenses are producing tonight so far. Shabazz Synergy hits Lauren Prococo over the middle, and the Dragons have a 14-10 lead towards the end of the second quarter. Back to you guys in Charleston.
Thank you, Cam. 2nd and 8. Hits the out route, and that is Jay Hayden in his first season here in Charleston on the first catch.
Yeah, first catch for Jay Hayden, first target for Jay Hayden, and so far, Kentez Johnson has been money when it comes to the timing with his wide receivers and his accuracy. And the defense of Mexico City has got to be a little concerned because Kentez Johnson so far is on fire.
Jay Hayden, formerly of Arizona, a 6-year pro. I still remember him bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as a Baltimore Vulture. 3rd and 3 from the 18. That is going to be whoa, and he gets stopped right in the middle.
Smoke.
Dan Tritz with the big hit to settle for 4th down.
He got hit by 6'5", 316 pounds of pure pain. I mean, great. He took advantage of on that snap, just threw the offensive lineman out of the way and just made it happen.
A 3-time All-Star in his 5 seasons, Dan Tritz, and he was a great find in that draft for Mexico City. That is going to bring out Brad Breckjay again for the field goal. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good from 35 as Charleston inches closer, 7-6.
You know, you got to give credit to the Mexico City defense for keeping Charleston out of the end zone, but, you know, Charleston's capitalizing their score on every possession, so you know, both of these teams have got to figure something out to slow these offenses down.
Yeah, the defenses have played pretty well so far in certain situations, but let's see what Charleston's defense could do here as they got Mexico City to have a 3-and-out last drive. Jeffrey Dagg's going to receive it near the goal line, as that is going to be taken to the outside, just past the 20, down to the 24. Where Mexico City will take over on possession.
You keep Jeffrey Dagg's, you know, under the 30-yard line. I think your special teams has got to be happy because Jeffrey Dagg's is dangerous as a returner.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he is one of the most dangerous return men in the SFL, not just currently, but ever. 1st and 10 from the 24. Split back formation. He's going to throw to the middle, finds his man. That's a 1st down and more. That is Nick Lockett again on the reception.
Yep, they found a hole in the zone, and Jordan Sipe was able to do a quick read. The offensive line gave him enough time to go through his progressions. He was able to just dump it off in the middle and get a nice gain.
Yeah, and even had Mar Rivers in his face as he was able to spin away from this block and almost got to him right there. So Mar Rivers,
scary sight, my friend.
That is a very scary sight. I'm on the offensive line now. I don't have to really see that, you know what I mean? So I don't have to worry about Mar Rivers. Well, I will eventually. But 1st and 10 from the 38. 2 wide receiver set on the bottom of your screen. Sight, short drop, finds the outside target. That is going to be caught. That is Lockett again, and that's a gain of 7.
Yep, smart route. I mean, Lockett, he knows how to run those out routes. I mean, he's a 3-season veteran. You know, at that point, I mean, between him and Bartley, I think they're experts on those out routes and can do that all day.
Yep, I believe that all 3 wide receivers are actually Lockett and Cooper have made catches. Bartley has not made one yet. 2nd and 3. That is a handoff to Bentley as he gets a gain of about a yard.
It looks like Jacob Clear was waiting as a free safety, came up, crept up a little bit and cheated and kept Ray Bentley from getting a positive gain.
Yep, Jacob Clear, a 7-year veteran, his 4th season here in Charleston. 3 wide receiver set here out of the single left formation. Sipes going to hand that off, and in a congested middle of that line, Ray Bentley went nowhere, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't think Phoenix touched it at all in this series, and on that particular play, Charleston sent the kitchen sink after Ray Bentley and just shut him down.
And that is going to force another punt here for Mexico City. As K.L. Barrett Jr. will punt that away. And that is going to be received back at about the 12-yard line, and that's going to be taken up to the 18, where Charleston will take over once again.
Yeah, the defense of Charleston has been doing everything that they needed to do, with the exception of that one touchdown. But they've stopped them on a couple series. They've given the ball to their offense, and now's the time for the Charleston offense to put the ball in the end zone.
Charleston coming up to the line here. Gun split formation once again. Mexico City maybe trying to bring some heat from the outside. Quintez drops back, fires over the middle. That is caught. And that is Brian Murphy, the tight end, with his first catch.
You said heat, and boy, did they bring the heat. Dan Tritz was on a beeline to the quarterback. Johnson just stood in there and was able to throw, again, another great touch on the pass and got it to the receiver for a nice gain.
Yeah, Dan Tritz looked like a man possessed.
He was
trying to get to Quintez.
Woo!
Bunch wide receiver set at the top of the screen. 7:05 to go here in the second quarter. Johnson drops back, looking to the outside. That is tipped and that is intercepted. Drahar Brody, the all-star from last season, with the interception.
I think that was to Benelli, was it not? And it looks like he kind of just threw it up in the air. No, it bounced off his hands. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Stephen Benelli, the 4th wide receiver,
yeah,
not having a good day so far. He dropped that one earlier and almost had a pick. That time he did it again, and it did result in an interception.
Anytime that tip on offense, man, you lose years in your life as an offensive coordinator.
4-3 defense here for Charleston. That's going to be to the outside. That is caught. And there's Jason Bartley, the 6-year veteran, on his first catch of the night.
There you go. So far, Charleston defense has responded. Let's see. I mean, this is another test for them here to see how they help their offense and try and get some recovery from that turnover.
2nd and 5 from the 36. Single right formation for the Aztecs. That's going to be a handoff. That's going to go up the middle. Bentley just short of the first down, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think it was Stamongo, the strong safety, that had the stop on that one. And they're showing a 3-down lineman, and you think, just looking at it, well, how are they going to stop the run? But that secondary is so fast. When you bring a safety in the box, they close the hole, fill the gap so quickly, and are able to make tackles. It's incredible watching it on the field.
And there's the handoff to Phoenix Jones. He's going to get the first down and get hit in the process. John Stamango with the hit.
They needed that, though. I mean, Mexico City needed that. They have to build some confidence in their run game, and Phoenix Jones did that. He took that run off the edge there, decent blocking, got the hit after the nice run, but was able to jump right up and say, hey, I can do this all day.
Phoenix Jones, as we talked about before, one of the most bruising backs in the league. 1st and 10 here from the 29. Mexico City inching closer to the red zone. Sight. Looking to the outside. That was a dangerous throw, but man, was it on a dime right there.
How did he get it through the defenders to Terrell Cooper? I thought that was an interception all day for a touchdown, and that was just a laser shot by Sight.
Yeah, that had pick 6 written all over it, Charles.
Oh, my gosh. I would love to see a replay on that one.
I would too, but it looks like the production team will not be giving that to us. So it's going to be a heavy formation set here for the Aztecs. That's a handoff to Phoenix Jones. First down, but hold on, Charles. There's a flag on the play.
Could be holding. We'll see. I don't think I saw anybody jump on that one. Did you?
I didn't see anybody jump either. And that's what it is. Holding on the offense. I believe that was KT Matthews there on the hold.
I mean, yeah, where Matthews was, I mean, the hold. Phoenix Jones could have got a first down. You know, I don't think the offensive lineman needed to do that. I mean, it would have been a first down the way Jones has been running.
I think Matthews should know by now that Jones can get first downs on his own. Yep. 2nd and 14. That is over the middle, and that is caught. And that was by Terrell Cooper. It looked like it was tipped.
It looked like the inside linebacker Jack Brown was going to rip that into his hands. I mean, it's hard to see up here, I guess, from the virtual booth, my friend. But I thought that was going to be an INT.
Yeah, but I thought so too. Jack Brown, a 12-year veteran in this league, a 5-time All-Star. If anybody was going to do it for the linebacker position, it would be him. 4 wide receiver set here for the Aztecs. 3rd and 7. Over the middle, finds his target. That's a down on the slant route.
A nice slant route there. I mean, Martin brought him down, but it looked like the entire coverage, you know, from the middle linebacker on, they lined out in a dime 4, and they went, 10 yards deep. So, I mean, you can kind of expect that type of game.
Now we are down on a 13-yard line. 2 wide receivers set here. Ray Bentley in the backfield. Sight looking over the middle. Finds Bill Henry, and that is down to the 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Both of these quarterbacks are just really impressing me in their pocket presence. I mean, Jordan Sipe there. The pocket it's fallen down, and it's like the Titanic sinking, and he just stands in there, is able to do a solid pass to this tight end, Bill Henry.
I mean, so far, Charles, Jordan Sipe is 16 of 17 completion tonight. 94% completion. 2nd and 3. Looking to the outside, finds his man. What a throw. That's a touchdown. That is Nick Lockett.
That's the type of drive that Mexico City needed. I mean, that's an incredible way to build confidence on the offense, and Charleston has shown some holes on their defense on that last series.
There was 3 Predators right there around Lockett, and Sipe was able to just find the window that closed very quickly and was able to get a touchdown.
I mean, it's the Sipe show so far for Mexico City.
Oh, 110%.
He's putting on a passing clinic, my friend.
That is going to bring out Chaz at Blackwater for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So Mexico City with another touchdown, and that's going to bring it up to 14-6 here in the closing part of the second quarter.
Yeah, his QBR is 135.6 and rising.
Are you guys liking this game so far? I know we are. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. And I do this every game I call a game, Charles. 10 years is still beyond me.
All right, so we've been giving props to Sipe, and Kentez Johnson has been hanging in there, but now let's see how he responds to this. He's got to put some points on the board there's only 3 minutes left. They got to walk away with some points before they go into halftime.
I mean, Johnson has looked pretty accurate too. 9 of 11. He has thrown 1 pick though. First and 10 here from the 31. Johnson looking back, finds his receiver. That is Davius Reed again, and he's been the guy who's been making big plays all night for him.
They ran that. They saw something on the defensive coverage where they ran that seam route and was wide open.
And Charleston getting down to midfield as they have looked pretty good so far in this game. They just need to get another score here to try to inch this closer to halftime. 2:49 left in the first half.
Plenty of time, Chad.
Plenty of time indeed. Kentez drops back. He's going to look to the outside, finds Sarah Storm. He's going to be able to break a tackle. He's going to get hit hard there by Jeffrey Daggs, and that's going to be an 8-yard gain.
8-yard gain, that's great. I mean, that's great on first down. Now you're at, 2nd and 2 yards. You got a lot of options.
Jeffrey Daggs not only can return kicks and do all that, but he is a hard-hitting safety there for sure. 2nd and 2 here from the Mexico City 42. 2 wide receivers set here at the bottom of your screen. Looks like a fullback dive. That was Terrell Sutherland, the first time we've called his name tonight.
Love it when the fullbacks are engaged.
Yep, he was just able to get a gain of 2, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning as Charleston, trying to get something before the end of the half, scores 14-6. Mexico City on top. And we are back here in Charleston, South Carolina. Chad Rowland, Charles Doherty here in the booth with you tonight. Heavy set formation here for the Predators. And that's going to be a handoff to Saren Storm. He's going to get up the middle. Was trying to spin out of it, but when he gets the all-important first down, and look at this, Saren Storm is hurt.
Well,
Saren Storm is down.
Shoot up.
And Nick Hoagland is going to have to be the main focal point. Let's see if we can see where he got injured here, Charles. As maybe that hit there by the hard-hitting safety Jeffrey Daggs was the one that knocked the wind out of him.
It looked like he got high load on that one. But, that's the beauty of having that two-back system. When one goes down, you can go exclusively on the other. So let's see how Hoagland reacts to this issue.
Yeah, normally it's next man up, and luckily for them, they have a good backup in Nick Hoagland. 1st and 10 from the 38. Drops back, finds his man with the open slant route. Honus Adobe, and that's a first down to the 26.
I mean, that was the touch on that pass was incredible. Just laid it into his arms. Odabe just, didn't stretch his arms out, just kind of put his hands out there. It's like passing a warm loaf of bread to one another.
Man, you know what? That makes me kind of hungry, Charles. A warm loaf of bread. 1st and 10 here from the 26. Mexico City looking to maybe possibly bring some more heat, as it could be a run. It is indeed a run. That's Nick Hoagland, and Dan Tritz was right there to. And they're going to go into hurry-up formation here, Charles. And I don't know if this is a good call or not, because right there again, he is met by the offensive line. And Charleston doing the smart thing here, taking a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, I think from a timing standpoint, it kind of makes sense going hurry up, but they're, kind of stuck in the wrong play.
Yeah, that was not the best play to do that in. They pretty much wasted a down. And now you got 3rd and 10 here from the 26. You are in field goal range, so you don't get it. You will be able to get some points out of it, but they want to try to get 7. Bunch formation at the top of the screen. Out of the gun. Nick Hoagland there on his right. Quintez drops back. Firing in the middle, and that is intercepted. And that looks like number 23 there, Ben Charbs, the 5-year vet with the interception.
Yeah, Ben Charbs all night has been laying the wood down on his tackles, and then this one he just read that pass perfectly and intercepted it. I mean, Quintez Johnson, kind of threw it up there for pick whoever wanted to take a pick. On the secondary, had a shot at that one.
Yeah, normally those type of throws are for type of receivers where they can go up and get them. The receivers that they have here, probably not the ones you want to do that to. That's the outside screen pass to Ray Bentley. He breaks a tackle, almost breaks it, but he gets the first down, and that's going to keep the clock running.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate because they were in a spot to at least get a field goal out of this, and now, it looks like Mexico City's just going to run it down to half, and Charleston's down by 8.
Yeah, Mexico City, as you said, Charles, is probably just going to let this one go as the clock continues to run. 1st and 10 from the 17. That's another outside screen to Ray Bentley. He's able to stiff arm his way through that.
Getting angry out there.
And it gets it down to the 24. Saren Storm trying to get the injury update and wasn't too sure exactly what happened there.
That was kind of mean by Ray on that one. That stiff arm was sent him down into the turf, into the sod.
Yeah, that was just ferocious stiff arm. 5 seconds to go. They are going to de-snap the ball. That's a handle for Phoenix Jones, and he gets the first down. And that will do it here for the first half in Charleston as the Mexico City Aztecs are up 14-6 here, Charles. And let's talk a little bit about this first half. I mean, what has been impressive so far for you?
Well, with the exception of that one pass by Quintez Johnson, I would say that both quarterbacks have been playing really well. But at this point, I think that the onus is going to be on the Charleston defense here to start causing some turnovers. I mean, we saw one on the Mexico City side. I think now it's time for the Charleston defense to step up and get a turnover and set their offense up well.
Yeah, because you had, Charleston was actually driving and looking to get some points and throwing that costly pick towards the end zone. And let's see how they make their adjustments here. Head coach Jay Hayden, a first-year head coach in the SFL. Let's see what kind of changes he makes to adjust to this Mexico City defense.
I mean, it's unfortunate because we got some notes here from the booth that this is the third time in 4 games that a Charleston running back has been hurt this season.
Wow. And Nick Hoagland trying to bounce to the outside, but that's not going to happen. Matthew Alvarado in there with the tackle. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 12 here from the 27. Heavy set formation here for the Predators. Johnson drops back, hits the screen pass to Hoagland with the juke move, and he's going to get a few yards out of it. Makes it 3rd and 8 here, Charles.
There's still plenty of time left in the game, Chad, but I think that this particular 3rd down could be a game changer if depending on how Charleston executes.
There's a man that's looking to get to the quarterback, Dan Tritz, focusing on him. Gun straight formation here for the Predators. Looking like all slants. That's going to be hit perfectly down the middle. That is Brian Murphy, the tight end, with the first down.
Very nice. I think that's the first target for Brian Murphy. Am I wrong?
Actually, he got a catch earlier. He had a big catch down the middle there. So that's his 2nd one of the night.
That was a big one, though. That was probably the biggest one of the night.
Week 4 action continues later tonight, headlined by another primetime duel in Vancouver, where Christian Brown and the Legion will host Johnny Reno and the red-hot Minnesota Legend. Conference coverage starts at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on SFL. And I had to say that with no excitement because it's Minnesota.
Nice tackle by Dexter Jackson on that run off the on the edge there, and brought Hoagland down with wide open in the open field, brought him down. So that was a very, very solid tackle there by Jackson.
Good tackle indeed. 2nd and 9 here from midfield. That is going to be a handoff to Terrell Sutherland, and that goes absolutely nowhere as they lose a couple yards. And that's going to set up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 is not where you want to be against this Mexico City secondary. And also, we talked about that front line of Mexico City between Patterson and Tritz there as the defensive tackles, but you can't forget Blaylock and Kingsley on the outside.
Gun straight formation here once again. 3rd and 10. Johnson looking, finds his receiver. That is Adobe, and that's a big hit there by Daggs once again. And I got to tell you, man, Daggs is just hitting everybody tonight.
He always does. I mean, he's always knocking people down on the ground. But it was a good pass by Kentez Johnson. Nice lead. Way to lead the wide receiver on that route to get that first down.
I mean, Daggs, a 4-time All-Star, Hall of Famer. I mean, the guy could just do everything. Kentez Johnson looking deep down the middle, finds his target. That's Davius Reed down to the 20.
Another great touch pass by Kentez Johnson. Davius Reed.
Yeah, look at this beautiful pass there by Johnson, just pinpoint in the spot where the receiver.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the quarterbacks just get back there and they throw the cannon pass. That's like no arc at all. But Kentez Johnson and Sipe tonight have been showing a lot of touch.
1st and 10 here from the 20. Johnson looking to the screen pass. He finds Nick Hoagland, and that's not going to go anywhere as he Brody there on the tackle.
Again, that secondary of Mexico City, they know how to tackle.
Yes, they do. 2nd and 11 here for the Predators. Kentez 17 of 20 tonight, so accurate. 2 of those have been interceptions, so the QBR looks a little low. That's a handoff to Terrell Sutherland again. And I got to tell you, Mexico City is not going to be fooled by that fullback dive.
So here's the thing about fullback runs. I mean, don't normally see a ton of gain on it, but the one thing it does is it keeps the defense on their toes. If you're expecting if you see that an offense has a fullback run in it, you can't forget them. So that means you can't focus on the other strengths.
3rd and 10 here, and that's the middle of the field. That is caught and first down again, and that is Honus Adobe with the catch. That gun straight play, Charles, is working for them tonight.
Yeah, and Adobe has been showing the ability to catch passes in traffic and run really crisp routes tonight.
Yeah, them slant routes are usually king here in the SFL. Split pro set here for the Predators. That's going to be in the middle. That is caught, and that's going to inch them a little bit closer as they get down to.
I mean, I like the fact that Charleston isn't running a lot of aggressive routes for their receivers. On that drag route right there, normally have the receiver wide open, especially when you send the other two deep, and they capitalize on it. And you got to take your hat off to Johnson for seeing that open receiver on the drag.
3 wide receiver set here for the Predators. They're going to look over the middle, and that was almost intercepted. Looking like Dexter Jackson, the inside linebacker, with the deflection.
Well, they went to the well again. They ran that same route. It was a different play, but the same route. And Dexter Jackson almost, gave a nightmare to the Charleston offense.
And it looks like, Charles, I swore that I saw Saren Storm that was in there, but maybe not. It looks like it's going to be no backs in the backfield here for the Predators. Kintex looking at Dan Tritz getting to the quarterback as he gets the sack, and that's going to stop the Predator offense.
I mean, it was only a matter of time before Tritz, got through that offensive line and was able to hit the quarterback, and it was at the absolute worst time for Charleston.
And that is going to bring in their kicker once again. This Mexico City Aztecs defense has made stops when it needed to, and it looks like they're going to try to settle for 3. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good from 25 yards out as Charleston with their 3rd field goal of the night, and that's going to make it 14-9.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, missed any SFL action? You want to fast forward your SFL experience? Check out highlights of SFL games on the SFL YouTube channel and on Highlight Nation, provided by Victor's YouTube's premier sports highlights maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation and Victor Valiant on all your college football and basketball highlight needs. As there's a penalty on the field already, and that's going to be, at least right now, to the 25, but let's see what R62 has to say about that, Charles.
I think the odds are it's going against Mexico City.
And you were correct on that, so the Predators will accept that. We'll knock it back a little bit of distance. And, Charles, I do apologize for cutting you off, but I wanted you to go ahead.
Well, I mean, the good news is Charleston was able to put some points on the board. I mean, they're only down by 5, and let's see how the defense responds. I mean, I think Jack Brown has been pretty quiet tonight. Let's see if, maybe now is the time for him to start making his presence felt out there.
Yeah, Jack Brown and the number 1 overall pick, Geno McFly, have not done a thing tonight. And that's a handoff up the middle. And it looks like Semango there on the tackle of Ray Bentley.
Ray Bentley's getting a lot of runs tonight, and that's good because it's keeping Charleston, on their heels. I don't think they expected that many handoffs to Ray Bentley.
Got 4 attempts tonight for Ray Bentley, only 8 yards, but I believe he's gotten a first down on one of his runs as well. Split backs here out of the gun set. Sight, short drop, fires over the middle. That was in the hands of Bartley, it looked like, but it falls incomplete.
It looked like he was open. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I mean, that pass went so quickly. I couldn't tell if the pass was off. But it looked like both of the receivers that were in view just ran straight go routes.
Yeah, I thought he had the ball right there perfectly placed, but maybe it was just out of his reach. Who knows? Split back here for the Aztecs. 3rd and 5 from the 20. Charleston's defense looking to make a stop. Sight. The pocket looks good, and that would look like it was probably a little bit of a deflection, but nevertheless, it is an incomplete pass, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Props to the Charleston defense. They did what they needed to do. Now they're handing the ball back to Kentez Johnson to see if he can put some more points on the board.
And right now, if you're a Charleston Predator fan, this is a good situation to be in. They're deep in their own territory, but K.L. Barrett Jr., the 20th overall selection in the draft, is a good punter. K.L. Barrett's going to kick it deep. And it looks like it's going to be received at the 40-yard line, and he's going to be met right there. Maybe gets credited for a yard on that, Charles. I don't think he really got anywhere.
Yeah, he was met by a whole party of special teams players from Mexico City.
Well, here comes Kentez in that offense. Kentez tonight, 19-23 for 185 yards, 2 interceptions, averaging 8 yards a play. 2 wide receivers set, 1 on each side. That's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be up the middle. That is Sarah Storm. He's back in the ball. And that's a gain of 9. That's what Charles has been missing. Gone.
Yeah, it looked like Dexter Jackson hit him from behind and gave him a couple extra yards on that run. That's a little pump in the arm that I think Charleston needed.
Yeah, they need Sarah Storm in there. He is the guy that can run the ball well for them. 7 attempts for 35 yards tonight for Storm. 2nd and 1 here from the 50-yard line. Looking like they may go to Storm again. They do indeed. He gets the 1st down. Good tackle there by Matthew Alvarado.
It's a good way to set up the. I mean, again, it's not very sexy, but those little 1-yard, 2-yard power runs up the middle, they do well for setting up the pass plays.
Yep, and let's see if maybe they do a little bit of play action as well. We haven't seen that really out of them, I believe, all night long. This may be a perfect play for it. Kentez drops back. He's got a deep drop, but he's hit as he throws.
Wow.
And that was Ziggy Blaylock.
Yeah. That whole front line, like I said before, you gotta put a man on every one of those players, and if you should probably double all of them because they're dangerous, man.
Yeah, you need to get some extra blockers up there because Dan Tritz and Blaylock and them guys have been just making moves all night long. Split back formation here for the Predators. Kentez drops, finds his man. That's Sarah Storm in that flat, and that's going to be for a gain of 4. Takes them out to the 45.
3rd and 6. They gotta get a 1st down here. I mean, I know there's plenty of time left in the game, but I think Mexico City is right now kind of has the edge on their side, not only from a point standpoint, but just from an execution standpoint. And Charleston's got to kind of turn the tide now.
Would have loved to seen the gun straight call here by Coach Jay Hayden, but not going to happen. As it's going to get to the outside, and it looks like Manelli actually finally caught the ball tonight. He's dropped 2, but he did not get the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and inches.
Yeah, what do we do here? I mean, they'll probably wind up punting it, but it's an interesting situation, Chad.
Yeah, if I am Jay Hayden, I'm going for it. But it looks like they're indeed going to punt. Man, that's a tough decision there, Charles.
Definitely.
So let's see if they can pin him deep. And look at this, Charles! It's a fake! What is going on here? Nobody open!
Wow!
As he gets down to the 44.
Wow.
And Mexico City catches a break and gets even better field position than they would have got.
Putting a lot of faith in Eric Blueberry back there to pass. I mean, he's a solid punter. But the rookie, the undrafted free agent back there to throw, what was that, a 10, 15-yard pass? I mean, it doesn't sound difficult, but heck, as fast as those defenders are running, that is like scaling Mount Olympus.
Wow. I mean, that may be the first fake punt I've been able to call.
I've never seen it in a broadcast, my friend.
Yeah. 1st and 10 here from the 44. Sipe is going to take advantage and finds his receiver down the field. Wow. That is Terrell Cooper there down to the 25.
And I think that's a smart decision by Ramos to, right after that tumultuous turnover, is to answer back with a pass downfield to keep the defense of Charleston on their heels.
Yeah, I mean, when they make a mistake like that, you got to step on the throat, right? And that's exactly what Ramos and the Mexico City Aztecs did. Gun formation here for the Aztecs. Looking to maybe step on even more. Free blocker. He almost got to him. But Sipe standing in there like a pro throwing that pass.
Oh, my gosh. It looked like Thomas Matthews had a beeline to Jordan Sipe, and woo, he just stood in that pocket and was able to get a decent pass out there, and just enough for the receiver to, I guess, we're saying he caught it, but let's see what the...
I thought he had the catch, which is why you're seeing Ramos Lynn challenge the call here. And let's go to the replay challenge, as we're going to see exactly, Charles, if he stepped out.
That's a perfect spiral when you're getting hit like that.
Oh, I think he's in.
Oh, yeah. I think he got 1 foot in.
I think all you got to have is 1 foot in the SFL. Right. Let's hear the call.
And he's clapping.
And there it is. So the call has been overturned. Good challenge there by Ramos Lynn, as that's going to be probably, I believe, 2nd and 1. And the Charleston Cloud letting R62 know exactly what they think. And this is going to be a near jacks formation, as that's going to be a handoff up the middle. That is Phoenix Jones getting the first down, and they're down to the 12.
Yeah, Phoenix Jones has been pretty quiet here in the second half. That was a big run by him, and they needed to get that first down.
Yeah, I mean, going back to that play with Sipe, I mean, to be able to, a 2-year veteran, to stand in the pocket like that with a free blocker coming at you, I mean, wow, just an amazing play. 1st and 10 here from the 12. Charleston maybe trying to bring some pressure on the outside. There's a jump off sides. It's a free play, and that's going to be completed to Nick Lockett, and they're going to, I don't know if they're going to be even there, but probably they may gain a yard.
I don't know if Sipe saw the defender jump. I thought he probably would have tried to throw it in the end zone, but that little dump off there isn't going to, they're not going to take that and wind up taking the penalty.
So they are going to accept the penalty, and that should take them probably to the 11 or 10 yard line, where it's going to be first down once again. Jordan Sipe, as you said earlier, putting on a clinic, 21 of 24. 126.4 QBR. There's a handoff right there to Phoenix Jones. He's going to be able to get through a few blockers there, Charles, as he gets down to the 3, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's amazing. I mean, most running backs, power running backs at that, you'd see them drop at that after 1 yard, but he's standing up there fighting through it. I mean, he doesn't look like a very big running back, but man, he shows some great power in his running. He's able to get those extra yards.
2nd and 1 from the 3. 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Charleston look like they're going to cloud the middle. They are going to crowd the middle, and that stop in the backfield, as it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and Robert Cherry was all over that. I mean, he read it from the start. We haven't heard a lot from him, but on that particular play, he read it from the start and was able to put a big tackle on 2nd down.
Split pro set here out of the gun. Sipe looking to the back of the end zone. That is tipped and incomplete. And that was a good deflection there by the linebacker. That was Geno McFly.
That was Geno McFly, the first-round pick. Charleston has proven his worth out there.
And we are to the end of the 3rd quarter. Mexico City looking to strike. And we'll be back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here. It is the 4th quarter, so get your 4s, 12s, 86s, and 68s up in the chat, as it's going to be 4th and 2 from the 4. And look at this, Charles. Mexico City may be going for it.
Let's see.
Strong power eye set. Phoenix Jones in the backfield. They've already jumped once. Are they going to jump again?
It wouldn't make sense if they went for it, but what do I know? Be up by 8 if they kick the field goal.
And it looks like they're just indeed trying to get Charleston to jump, but Charleston staying disciplined on that defensive line, and they are going to burn a timeout. SFL on YouTube pairs a much improved 2-1 teams do battle down by the bayou when Ryan Roosevelt and my Indianapolis Ramblers head south to take on Randy Squarebush and the Louisiana Revolution. Kickoff at 6:45 only on SFL YouTube. And that'll be a great game to watch as well, Charles.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I love watching both of those teams play.
You're just trying to be nice to me. I think that's all it is, Charles.
Gotta be nice, man.
Gotta be nice. So that is going to bring out Chaz Blackwater to kick the field goal here. Should be a little chip shot here for the rookie. As that is a good snap. The kick is up, and it is good from 20 yards out. And Mexico City is going to improve their lead by 8 here down at Charleston.
Yeah, I mean, well done by Chaz Blackwater. Normally when the broadcaster tees it up with a glowing comment like that, the curse comes out, but well done.
No commentator curse here tonight. As Charleston will be set to receive the kick. And this is a big quarter for them. Their offense has gotten out of the gate, done pretty well, but once it gets down into the red zone, they make mistakes and are settling for field goals. So Charleston's offense needs to come out and strike.
Yeah, and they've made a couple mistakes too, but they're only with the 2 mistakes that they've made, they're only down by 8. So it's not unsurmountable.
No, not insurmountable at all. I mean, the Predators are still within striking distance, so they have a good opportunity here. Strong power eye set from the 28. Johnson drops back, hits the screen pass, and look who's there. That is Liam Ryan on the tackle.
He just got through the blocker. He just threw the blocker aside and was able to stop Storm from making a good gain.
Yeah, Liam Ryan was able to snuff that play out. And that is going to be 2nd and 11 here. Split back spread formation for the Predators. And that's going to be an all slant run. That's going to be over the middle. That is caught. That is Honus Adobe. And I got to tell you, the slant routes have worked all night here for the Predators.
Yeah, and Adobe has been putting on a clinic as far as route running. I mean, his route run has been very crisp tonight. And Kentez Johnson, I mean, the two of them have very good chemistry. And, he knows where Adobe's going to be on the field and is able to get rid of that ball quickly.
Yeah, it's Honus Adobe and Davius Reed have been big targets tonight. As you can see, 5 targets, 5 receptions for 59 yards tonight for Adobe. Gun straight formation for the Predators. Looking like all slants once again. That's going to be over the middle. That is caught, and that's another first down here for the Predators.
They're building on it. I mean, they're starting to get some momentum going, getting some positivity and some confidence. And I wouldn't push your luck. Maybe throw in a couple runs here because defense of Mexico City is going to adjust to it, I believe.
And Charles, look at you right here, the head coach, the veteran in this league, making the right call. Heavy. There's the handoff up the middle to Saren Storm, and that's going to be a gain of 5.
Yeah, good mix. You don't want to be one-dimensional, like I said before. And Saren Storm was able to come out there and get a decent run and keep the ball rolling.
I don't care what Dave says about you. You're a smart guy.
Yeah,
2nd and 5 here from the 40. Strong power eye set. That's going to be a screen pass. And they're going to hit Saren Storm. He's going to get the first down a little bit more. Gets about to the 30, down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, well done. I mean, they peppered them with the all slants. And it looked like the defense was expecting that. And then they switched to some runs up the middle and screen passes. And now, they're mixing it up. And Mexico City at this point doesn't know what they're going to throw at them.
Would love to see something over the top here. They haven't really tried to go deep on this drive yet. I mean, they've done some slants, but maybe they're going to stick to those little chunk plays out of the run. Let's see what they do here. There's going to be a handoff to Storm. He's got some good blocking. He's not able to get past the third guy, as he only gets a gain of about a yard.
That's okay. I mean, they're mixing it up, so as long as they get a positive gain, even if it's a yard, I think that's okay at this point.
Good tackle there by Ben Charbs, the 5-year veteran, all with Mexico City. 6 plays, 42 yards on this drive so far. Johnson drops back, looking, and throws it into a pile of Aztec defenders, and it falls incomplete.
I was going to say, look for Jay Hayden at the top of the screen because he's been showing on a couple of on the earlier plays some separation from coverage, but not so much on that play. I mean, they hit him right off the line and was able to throw him off his route, and that could have been disastrous.
It's like somebody in the Aztecs was in the Predators huddle and heard exactly where they were going to go with the ball. Bunch set up the bottom of your screen. 3rd and 9 here for Charleston. Quintez looks, hits the check down to Hoagland. That is not going to work, as that's a no-yard gain, and that's going to be 4th and 9 from the 20, as they're probably going to settle for another field goal.
Yeah, I mean, they got to walk away with some points on this one, but I'm curious to see what would happen if they ran Hayden on a a long route on the sideline, because he's been showing some separation from the defenders and doesn't look like Johnson's been seeing him.
There's a snap, there's the hold, the kick is up, and it is good from 46 as Charleston again edges closer, as it is now 17-12.
I mean, they're still in the fight.
Yeah, they're still in there.
They're not getting in the end zone, but they're putting points on the board, and it's they're only down by 5. So this game can change in a play.
Like I said, I mean, them slant routes have been working all night out of gun straight, out of anything you've been throwing at them. I think on that situation, 3rd and 9, that slant route out of the gun straight would have been money. But I'm not a head coach anymore, so I can't really say anything on that, Charles. So there is down to the 2 as Jeffrey Daggs is going to bring this up. And good spin move by Daggs. That's going to the 25-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service, APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. As weak power I formation here, Charleston looks like they're going to bring some pressure. Phoenix Jones gets to the outside. He's got a little bit of room as he's down, and that's out to the 34.
Smart. I mean, I was going to say that Mexico City, they have 2 studs in the backfield with Jones and Bentley, and I would just put the ball in both of their hands, either short passes or runs, for the rest of this quarter, and I think they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, just drain that clock out. Your defense has been playing very well, especially red zone defense tonight. There's the handoff to Jones once again, and he gets tackled. Good tackle there by number 55, and that is going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Kevin Brackett is, he's a stud tackler, and I'm a little I guess, impressed by the Mexico City offense. They've been keeping Jack Brown out of the plays. I mean, normally when I do games with Jack Brown on the field, I say his name a couple times a night, and so far he's been pretty quiet.
And there is Ray Bentley getting the carry, gaining that yard they need. Another first down for the Aztecs.
I mean, what a luxury. You've got Phoenix and Ray. You can hand off to them or you can pass to either of them. So pick your poison. I mean, I think that the league is fortunate that there aren't 2 halfback plays in the books.
Watch out for Bill Henry at the top of your screen. And does indeed go right to Bill Henry, as that's going to be a perfect slant route for the first down.
Yeah, nice call. He was ran a good route and a nice read by Jordan Sipe to pick that off at the line.
Yeah, they were just not playing they just played back of the tight end. And that's exactly what you get. You play back of a good tight end like Bill Henry, they're going to find him and get first downs. 1st and 10 here, single right formation. 3 wide receivers for the Aztecs. Sipe finds Bill Henry again. That's a first down, and that's down to the 41.
I mean, that's kind of all day. They haven't been putting a lot of pressure on coverage on Bill Henry, and he's shown an ability to run those slant routes, so why not try him again?
Yeah, I mean, he's just been a force all day. I mean, he doesn't look like he's done much with 3 catches for 42 yards, and now it updates. 5 catches for 65, so I'll take everything I just said back. He's been a great addition tonight. That is going to be a handoff to Phoenix Jones. He breaks the first tackle and doesn't get very far as he gets a gain of 2.
Oh, get up. Get up, Jacob Clear. Thought he was down.
Jacob Clear, one tough guy as he's able to get up after that. I mean, anybody that gets trucked over by Phoenix Jones, I mean, you have to check and make sure they're open. 2nd and 8 here from the 39. Mexico City's offense moving the ball well. As Stipe short drop, looks to the outside, and almost intercepted. That looked like Stamengo was right there to try to pick that off.
Yeah, we're at the point of the game where those type of plays, you really need to capitalize on them. Charleston needs a turnover at this point. Because the Mexico City offense has been showing an ability to, if it's Bill Henry or Phoenix Jones or Ray Bentley, to just kind of move at will down the field.
Yeah, John Sparetta was the second tight end on the attempt there. As they're going to go 4 wide receiver set here. Kind of an interesting call, especially when they're up. Sipe is going to look over the middle, finds his target, but he almost tried to catch. Got hit as he caught it, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th down, Mexico City.
Yeah, one of the least accurate throws of Jordan Sipe tonight to Jason Bartley. He had to jump up in the air to try and catch that and was well covered. Well done by the Charleston defense, and now let's see how the Charleston offense responds.
Yep, Charleston here with an opportunity. K.L. Barrett's going to try to pin him deep. Barrett Jr. with the punt. And let's see if they're able to down it right there. They are not. It's going to fall to the end. And they're going to take it out to the 20.
Plenty of time on the clock for Charleston, but they can't walk away with a field goal. I mean, they gotta go in the end zone on this series.
Yeah, they have got to score here. They have to do something tonight, Charles, that their offense has not done all night. Score a touchdown.
That's right.
3 wide receivers set here out of the split gun formation. Quintez seeing what the defense is going to give him. Looking over the middle, finds his receiver. That's a 1st down on the slant route, and they're going to go no. Jay Hayden was the receiver on that. And Johnson, with plenty of time, he finds his receiver once again. That's Jonas Adobe, and that's down to midfield. As Charleston in the past 2 plays has looked pretty good so far.
A nice accuracy by Johnson, but I think at this point of the game, you got to see what you can do with Jay Hayden, their number 1 wide receiver on a deep route. They haven't tested the secondary of Mexico City deep at all on a route with Hayden.
No, that's an interesting thought there, Charles, as they have not really tried to hit the deep route with their top guy. Let's see if maybe they listen to me. Bunch formation here. Hayden is the receiver at the bottom of the screen. Quintez drops back. He's going to look to the outside, finds his receiver. That's a 1st down. The clock's going to continue to run.
I mean, that's a money pass by Johnson to Davius Reed. I mean, he's had 2 interceptions so far, but he's been playing and hasn't let those 2 interceptions shake him at all.
They're going to hurry up to the line. Just under 3 minutes to go. They're going to hand that off to Sarah Storm, and they are not going to get anywhere as Matthew Alvarado.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, it's a loss there, but it gives them an opportunity to collect themselves and come up with some good offensive passes here to throw against Mexico City.
Kind of an interesting call, right? Running in this situation?
Yeah, definitely.
2nd and 11. Looking to the outside, finds the screen. Storm getting nowhere. As that now going to be 3rd and 11, and this is not the play unless they got something that can go deep. Corners are playing off, though, and they hit the screen pass. That goes nowhere either as they lose the yard. And, I mean, they have to go for it right here.
Well, they have to. And the route that Storm has been running after that reception on that one play has been inside when I think he could have got a good gain running out.
We have hit the 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. Mexico City looking to stop Charleston here on this upcoming 4th down. We'll be right back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in Charleston, South Carolina. Chad Rowland and Charles Doherty here in the booth tonight.
Oh, wow.
Aaron Gooden and Ike McBride in the stats truck, and Cameron Irvine on the production, as it looks like Charleston's going to punt. Charles, and I don't like this.
Well, if I was on defense, I'd say the coach has confidence on me and my team to the ball back in the hands of our offense.
What I wanted to bring up, too, that was something interesting. On that third down play, I don't know if you noticed this, but they hit the screen, but Jay Hayden burnt his corner and it was open down the field.
I've seen that all night.
So kind of a rough situation there, as they may have missed a big-time play. 1st and 10 here as Mexico City looking to drain the clock, and this is going to be the Phoenix Jones show, as that's going to be up the middle as Charleston's going to call their first timeout.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 2 timeouts left. I think if Mexico City doesn't get a first down here, they'll still have some time on the clock for Charleston to get the ball in the end zone and make this game interesting.
2nd and 8. Heavy I formation once again. Phoenix Jones in the backfield. Buford Van Dam's going to be the lead blocker. Charleston bringing the pressure. He's getting through, and that's going to be just a gain of about 3 or 4. As Charleston's going to burn their second timeout.
Huge 3rd down for Charleston here.
Yes, absolutely.
Got to get a stop. Got to get a stop.
They talk about bend, don't break. Well, they definitely can't break here. Charleston fans are up on their feet, cheering defense. Strong power I formation. 3rd and 4 here from the 26. Looking like they're going to bring the heat. Jones to the outside, and he gets the first down.
Wow.
And Charleston's going to burn their final timeout. I got to tell you, they had an opportunity there, Charles, to get the tackle for loss back there. I don't know who that was.
I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that all night. I mean, Phoenix Jones, he hasn't had a huge game, but when he had to make the big run, he's been stopped, or they try to stop him, and it looks like he's going down, but he just keeps moving those legs, moving those arms, and he's able to get additional yards and get the first down. It's just incredible watching him get the ball.
Yeah, Geno McFly looked like he may have gotten, stopped right there by the offensive lineman before he can get to him or what, but he had an opportunity there to try to end that play, and Phoenix just went around him. So they are going to take a knee here, and we're going to go to the SFL studios where Cameron Irvine with the game break. Cameron, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. No touchdowns in the second half of the DC Alamo City game, so we'll show you something from the first. Kevin Say continues to own the artillery, and DC bounces back with a 30-13 upset win at home. Both teams now 2-2. That's where Mexico City's going to.
Thank you, Cam, as DC takes a victory tonight. And Jordan Sipe with another knee. So that will pretty much do it here. We're not going to see anything else probably, I don't think. They may have a shot towards the end here, though, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's game over here. Mexico City's got this.
I was just trying to be optimistic.
Yeah, well.
I tried. 3rd and 13, 30 seconds to go. This clock will drain down to where this will be the final play of the game. It's going to have to be talked about, right? I think we're going to see it talked about on the shows this week and stuff, but that fake punt, I think, was what sucked the life out of the rest of the hopes for Charleston tonight.
Oh, definitely. I mean, but both defenses played, I'd say, spectacular. I mean, anytime you can keep a team in the SFL under 21 points, I think you're doing a heck of a job.
Especially the Mexico City Aztecs.
Oh, yeah, but I think both of these teams need to walk away from this game and figure out how do they get their offenses better. Because the point production on both sides, it's not enough to go up against the rest of the league, especially if you're shooting for the playoffs.
Absolutely correct. As Mexico City with the win, 17-12. And I'll tell you who looks really good tonight. We brought his name up. Jordan Sipe, the quarterback for Mexico City, 23 of 29, 206 yards, 2 TDs, no picks. That's the important stat here tonight. 119.3 QBR, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, his overall total stats, they're not incredible, but the thing that's been impressive about Jordan Snipe is his pocket presence and his ability to put the right touch on the pass. I mean, we saw him throw the laser pass. We saw him throw crisp, short passes to Bentley to the backfield. We've seen him do laser passes and touch passes. I mean, it's just incredible. He did a really good job. His offensive line kept him upright most of the game. And, I think he should get player of the game.
And here's something interesting, Charles, I want to bring up. We talked about this earlier. Player of the game quick, and then I'll make my point about Charleston. Is Jordan Snipe. There is your player of the game. We talked about this a little bit, but Mexico City coming into this game was the number 1 rushing team in the league. They were held to just under 60 yards tonight. So good defense there for Charleston.
Yeah, both of these defenses are legit.
So for Aaron Gooden and Ike McBride and Charles Doherty, this is Chad Rowland, the play-by-play commentator. Thank you again tonight, and we'll see you later.